say that like that.
Hey man, hey, I'm a Ninja Turtles fan, okay? I will ooze wherever I like.
This one drink that's not even bad, you won't drink. And I'm confused. I am in anger.
Good for you guys. I don't watch a lot of movies. I go outside. Okay?
Ow!
What did you just do?
I smacked my hands instead of clapping. How do you do that?
Isn't that the same thing?
No!
I think it's a mental preparation thing, but
There we go. Good enough. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Too Many Words podcast.
Hey.
This is your first of...
hey,
What?
hey,
What?
this is not just another episode
Hi.
of the Too Many Words podcast.
Oh, yeah. I know, but that's what I was saying.
Yeah?
Well, fine.
Yeah.
Take it away, Seim.
Yeah, let him intro it.
Welcome back to the Too Many Words podcast. This episode is all about me for some reason.
Not for some reason, folks, okay? It is episode 97. And
97.
we decided to do ramping up to our very special episode 100, where the boys, with some other boys,
Host
will
highlights.
we'll play some Cards Against Humanity. We want to do some little celebratory thing of reaching 100 episodes by putting host highlight episode for 97, 98, and 99. Because although day oneers and, day halfwayers, or just, you've known us long enough to really pick up on who we are and how we are, we're getting a little bit more intentional with who we are and how we are, okay? So if you're brand new joining us right now in this podcast journey of ours, we would like to have you catch up on who the hell we are, yes. And so, first episode will be Seim, next episode will be Jordan, and episode 99 will be yours truly, Isaac William Joseph. And so, yeah, this, for the usual listeners, segments, they'll be kind of familiar, but forget everything you know on how things usually go.
Yeah.
Not everything, just the flavor of
They're
things.
more person-centric.
Every single segment is going to be centered on Seim in some sort of way. We're not going to keep every segment, but for the segments that we can, we're going to implement that in there. And so, starting out with the word of the week.
Oh, I was going to have Seim start out with the date and time.
Oh yeah, Seim, what's the date and time?
Today is May 9th, 8:05 p.m.
All right, and what is our word of the week, a.k.a. Seim's favorite word?
I hope it's clean.
It's Seim. It's not.
You're going to have to define it after this. So I just want you to know.
And use it
Okay.
in a sentence.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this prepared. Hold on. Let me look it up.
Well, I guess if he's getting that prepared, we could probably do a hot take if we really want to.
Well, I would like to clarify, this episode is coming out in June
Yeah.
29th. We are doing it so far ahead of time because maybe we just want to break the entire 4 weeks in a row of 97 through 100. So
Also, like, for something like this, it doesn't need to be recorded on time. It's not really...
yeah, we
current
know what we're
event
going to be
centric.
doing. It's basically a backlog kind of thing.
Yeah, it really is.
Are
you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay,
Are you
you're-
ready?
Yes.
We're
What is
ready
the
for
word of the week, Seim?
Yes.
The word of the week is fuck. The definition
Of course it is.
The definition is have sex with someone or ruin or damage something.
Is that the Urban Dictionary
Is that-
definition?
Nope.
Is that the
That's the
Webster?
actual dictionary definition.
It absolutely is. You just showed it to me. That's wild. Okay.
So, I will give you a sentence. The car done diddly done fucked up. There you go.
Diddly done.
Okay. Sweet. Thank you, Seim.
Thank you, Seim.
You're welcome.
Okay. Well, anyways, let's get right into announcements.
Seim, what announcements do you have about your life?
Yeah, sure.
About my life,
Sure, yeah, give us an update.
Well, currently in the process of trying to buy a home. So there's that.
Where?
I've never wanted to
Oh, there it
start
is.
cliff diving until now. The process is long. It's terrible. This economy sucks. But I'm still hanging in there.
You darn tootin'.
Good job.
Yes.
So that's what's new with me. What's new with you guys?
No, this is a you episode, dumbass.
Well, we do want to put out there that no matter what kind of announcements we're going to be doing, it's going to be probably a little bit outdated. But this
just
will come out after everything we've done at
Just announce the,
Des Moines Con and after
Yep, Too Many
everything that
Burgers
we've
too.
done at Ice Cream Social.
Oh yeah,
And
you can come and join us for the Too Many Burgers live event.
Yes, to all the new friends that we made at those events, please take interest in maybe the flyer you checked out at our booth or the QR code that you scanned for our website. Go to our events page, go to our Facebook page. It's literally there everywhere you check. August 31st, yes, Too Many Burgers, the second bite. You're not going to want to miss this. It's going to be movie themed. There's going to be artist booths, a food truck, a live show, and if you got literally $3, a short film will be premiered by yours truly and a team of people that want to make movies as much as I do. So, yes, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. Seim, so Jordan wants to fire you.
I don't want
yes.
to fire him. I actually quite the contrary. But Seim would like to fire himself.
Let's say this is a Seim-centric side quest right here.
I don't necessarily want to fire myself.
No, I know you don't want this just as much as I don't want it. But
I mean, I can still do things. It's just it will not be as frequent as I normally would.
So I'd say moving forward, best option would be that you're not sort of a mainstay host, but you will still be here. Like pretty much how I'm seeing it as if
Like a part-timer.
Pretty
Like a
much,
part-time
yeah,
host,
kind of, yeah. If you are here, then you're here. If you're not here, then you're not. That's pretty much it.
Don't forget, like, if I'm off but don't want to make a 2.5 hour, 2 hour and 15-minute drive, I could always come on with, like, a phone call.
Yeah, we have, functionality with thanks to the pod track with that. So
And we have done it before.
we have done that before. Usually only in brief segments because Isaac was, I don't know why.
And then Skullstone Gaming, I'll still be a part of that.
Skullstone Gaming, I'm not even worried about.
I will say I'm a little worried about that because I told you.
I am way ahead of you.
Okay.
I'm already looking into every option that I can so that I do not have garbage internet, mostly because I game anyway and I don't like garbage internet.
The problem that you're going to have is you're going to be paying a lot of money for it. Like you can
we
get
already
good
pay
internet.
a crap ton of money.
I guess, yeah, you do.
We
live
pay
in Paris.
$160 a month for internet. But I'm not worried about it because Miranda's business needs the Wi-Fi.
That's also very true.
So I'm not worried about it
Honestly,
at all.
if you're lucky, you might be able to work it out. You could do it as a tax write-off because it's a business expense because it's required for Miranda's business.
Yeah, but that's if it was only being used by Miranda's business.
That's not necessarily true. Think of it like Hy-Vee. We have a whole POS system that's run off of the internet. But, like, we also have internet for customer use.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not Hy-Vee.
A grocery store.
A random place that doesn't exist.
Yeah, V-High.
The Hive.
The one I'm
He
least
works
worried
for
about.
The Hive.
The one I'm least worried about is my job, so it's fine.
Yeah. Anyways.
No one looks in my way.
Yeah, Simon and I, we talked about him being a part-timer already while we were waiting for you.
I figured as much.
Somehow get off
Sorry,
at
I had to
7.
poop.
Okay.
That's what took you so long?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, fair enough.
Wonderful.
But yes, I will not be on here all the time. That does not mean that I am leaving the podcast forever.
He will still be at every single event we have planned already for this summer.
Yeah,
Yes.
he will be. So don't worry.
Mostly
And
because
better
he's-
news, I'll be able to go to all 3 days of Comic-Con this time.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. So the important thing is he is prioritizing the events that we need him for. Seim is the not even close to the only person that we have people like that for. We have Nana that will be on site for events this year. We have Marcellus Willoughby that is on site for events this year. Marcellus Willoughby, you of course probably don't know unless you caught a specific episode of Reigning and Defending a couple years ago or a year ago, whatever it is. But yeah, he's a very behind camera supporter of the podcast, and you can be a podcaster on camera, but you are so much more appreciated under the Skullstone umbrella if you make it to those events that we need you physically helping for. And so, yeah. What I'm saying is being behind the camera is
just as important.
It's 1% of what we do.
Or being in front of the camera is 1% of what we do.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Being on... Thank you. Being in front of the camera, on screen, 1% of what we do.
I'd say it's more like 50 in actually, but like, you know.
Everything else, super
maybe
important.
A quarter. I think
without everything else, you don't even see what's happening on camera. So
set up another quarter.
Yeah, back there doesn't exist to you guys.
We have to stare at it.
Yeah.
You should just put a picture of a big picture of Nana just right over there. That or Marcellus, maybe both of them.
So instead of what we learned this week,
a freaking poster with just both of them going like this.
Instead of what we learned this week, let's get right into what Seim has learned. Seim is going to, we all agree that there is a million things that can be held so high when it comes to the importance of learning it. You know, tying your shoes, what is love,
baby, don't hurt me,
stuff like that.
Don't hurt me. No
Anyways, Seim is going to share with us one piece of
that great Seim wisdom.
What he might think is the most important thing that he has learned, whether it be from his mom, his dad, his wife, his siblings, just life itself. What can Daddy Seim bring to the table, and what is the most important thing that he's learned that is applicable? Maybe not for everybody, but it's very important advice that you should take.
It's important advice that that like anybody can use. It's something that my dad told me when I was pretty young. I think I was like 12, maybe. And I was complaining about having to do chores and like work and like that I didn't like working. And my dad looked at me and was like, you don't have to like working, but you are going to have to work. So you might as well start liking doing hard work now so that you can enjoy your life later.
All right.
So, like, I mean, you are going to have to put a lot of time and energy into almost everything you do. And if you go ahead and do that with 100% of, like, what you can give, and you go full force at it, you can achieve just about anything that your mind thinks of. Unless your mind goes to world domination, then you should probably seek mental health.
Or just, make sure to follow through with it.
Yeah.
As long as you're better than what the current state of the world, I mean, I'm all down. I don't know. I don't think it can get much worse, but then again, everything keeps proving me wrong anyway, so.
Yeah.
But, yep, that is my piece of wisdom for all of you. Hopefully that helps some of you. And then, I mean, you can also add into that, fake it till you make it, baby. Fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
Put that fake smile on your face and you get to work.
Yeah, that I think that coincides with some advice that I heard, which is sacrifice your lifestyle for a year to get the lifestyle that you want the rest of your life, Do what you don't want to do right now.
So
especially
that you can
if
do
it
what
sets
you
up,
want to later.
Yeah, especially if it sets up what you want to do later.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah.
It's very important in life because sometimes you have to make sacrifices, even if those sacrifices are completely and utterly garbage.
Yeah. Jordan,
as
you're
long
very
as the
sound.
end goal is
Nothing to say.
achieved.
Okay, great. We're making record time. It's 15 minutes in. It's time for the freaking Get Your Lips Wet segment, especially picked by Andrew Seim himself. This is his favorite drink. We typically, on the Too Many Words podcast, try drinks we've never touched before. But in this host highlight, we desire to know what is Seim's favorite thing to drink.
Yoo-hoo, baby.
Yoo-hoo.
Yoo-hoo is
Yoo-hoo.
one of my favorite drinks.
It's very special.
It's special to me because, like, when I was a kid, we'd go, me and my dad would go to the gas station. My dad would get himself a pop, and he'd ask me what I'd want. And he'd let me go and pick it out. And this is what I always grab, was a Yoo-hoo.
Yeah.
And, like...
It tricks kids into thinking it's chocolate milk, but it's not.
Oh, it's just chocolate drink. If you weren't aware, there is no milk in this
Yeah, it's weird.
bottle at all.
It's weird.
But it's super delicious. I have many fond memories of actually, like, drinking it. Because, like, my parents worked a lot when I was a kid so that they can make ends meet. And, sometimes I had to go to Dad with, like, his painting job. Or, like, if he was helping my Papa Bob, like, fix a house, I'd have to go with. And, I was able to get my Yoo-hoo and, hang out with my dad at the same time. Even if, like, my dad wasn't, like, doing stuff with me, I was still hanging out with my dad. So, it's fond to me. So, my favorite drink is Yoo-hoo.
Wonderful. Let's get right into it. I was at church about a week before the Super Bowl last February. And this pastor, he was talking about how he saw someone wearing a Yoo-hoo shirt. It said it was Yoo-hoo he died for. Yeah.
That is such a corny
I really wonder if I could go buy that shirt, but yeah.
You could probably
Yoo-hoo.
also have it made.
Shake It Yoo-hoo chocolate drink. Good source of vitamins. 220 calories per bottle. Ouch.
It's literally just, it's just water, high fructose corn syrup, dry powdered milk, cocoa powder. That's pretty much it.
I mean, sure. Surely. But yeah.
But it tastes like a warm heart.
It tastes immaculate. It tastes like chocolate cake. Like exactly what you're looking for, I could get sick of this easily if I have too many.
Oh, yeah. If you
But
have way
every
too
once in
many,
a while,
it's...
I could never.
it really hits the spot. My only complaint is that I wish the container was bigger because I'm a glutton.
I would inject you directly into my bloodstream.
But then you wouldn't taste it, you weirdo.
You would be you.
Depends on who you are.
Okay.
Devin, remember Devin Harris?
Yeah.
He used to live with us. He can taste the IV when you put it in. He's one of those weirdos.
What do you mean he can taste the IV?
You've never heard of that before?
No.
There's a small percentage of people that when they go to the doctor for whatever reason and they have to get an IV put in, they can taste it.
Like
It's like a
fluid? Or?
Yeah. Like, it's a real thing. Like, you can Google it. It's weird.
It's been a long time since I've gotten shots.
Not shots. IV.
It's been a while
Like
since
the
I've
liquid?
gotten an IV.
So, it's a bag.
Yeah, but like the liquid in the IV?
Yeah, he can
I
taste
guess,
it
I
when
don't
it gets
know.
injected.
Is that what we're
into
talking
his
about?
arm.
I guess so, yeah.
Okay.
Into
But
his
that's
Well,
arm.
then
not
it
a
could be the
shot.
liquid in the shots.
It doesn't work the same
He
way.
can
It
taste.
doesn't?
He can taste it in his arm.
It's like a specifically like an IV sort of thing. Like the same sort of like percentage of people that think cilantro tastes like soap.
So what's an IV taste like then?
I have no idea. You can ask him.
I don't know. I've gotten shots for physicals, and that messes with me.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Yeah, like I said, it's been so long since I've injected anything into my body. But like, when I get back on insurance and getting my yearly cancer checkups again, I think I think I'll pay attention to whether or not I taste it, because I think there's like this weird experience that I go through
Really?
when I get shots and stuff like that. But
Hey,
I don't
maybe
know.
Isaac's one of those select few too, and that's something Isaac and Devin relate on is they both had cancer.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have cancer to be able to taste it.
Maybe.
It's one of those stupid mutant superpowers,
You got superpowers, but it was not the one that you wanted.
No. I can taste liquids that are put in me. Ugh.
Injected into my body, I can taste them.
Anyways, Seim, what would you rate this drink?
For me, this is a solid 9.5.
Your favorite drink? Nothing has broken 9.5.
Well, the reason why it's 9.5 is because it is overly sweet and it is high in calorie. And
Okay.
I'm more conscious about that now. As a kid, 10 out of 10. Young Andrew did not care about calories or sugar,
Yeah.
but I have to now.
Those things every once in a while, like give it a good few months in between each time you have one.
Oh yeah, it makes
It's
a
easily
good
a 9.
dessert.
Easily a 9.
I mean, I'd have this for dessert.
Yeah. What you think, Jordan?
This is a 10.
Was it 10?
This is a 10. I'd drink this every day, every 5 minutes for the rest of my life, and I
Why
would be
don't
perfectly
you?
happy.
They're very cost effective.
They are.
Yeah, they're only $1.99.
So why
a piece.
don't you ruin your life with them?
I just don't feel like it.
All right.
Why you looking at me like that?
All right. We're saying things that we won't actually do. That's crazy. And I will run for president. Actually, no. That's actually like I will not run for president. Too many goofy characters.
You're right.
Just,
I
hey, I'm
will
gonna
run for president.
And Isaac will make movies.
Yeah. If
About
Seim-
my presidency.
if Seim became president, there would be no such thing as city limits.
I mean, there'd still be city limits, but I'd probably sell California back to Mexico.
All right. Anyways,
Take
Why?
it back. Take it back. Take it all back.
he wants me to have a freaking passport so I can make movies. That's what he's trying to do. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Do you need a passport
you
to
just-
just travel to Mexico,
you
or
just-
do you just need to be a good person?
You just need, a work visa.
Okay.
I'm sure they'll work with you.
Okay. What do you need to?
I have no idea.
Like a driver's license? Like you went to vacation in Mexico and you're just crossing back into Texas?
Oh, no.
I know that Border Patrol is insane.
Definitely need your passport if you're going to Mexico and then coming back.
Okay.
Like, if you were going to Mexico and never coming back again, yeah. Take nothing.
Isn't that so
You're
silly?
good.
They're like, "Oh, you're leaving? Yeah, have fun, American." Oh, you're coming back? Let's see
Well-
how much they've changed you.
You still need a
Where's all
visa
your
to
paperwork?
move. So
Okay.
To Mexico?
yeah. To anywhere outside of the U.S., like you need a visa to move there.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, technically, you have to apply for, like, dual citizenship, right?
You can, unless you actually don't intend on coming back. You can get a visa, and then you could move there, and then you have to move there and live there for a certain amount of time, in which you can then apply for a citizenship there, or you can apply for dual citizenship if you plan on going back and forth. Like people with vacation homes in a different country have dual citizenships, usually.
Did you know that a lot of people could probably buy a vacation home somewhere in the Caribbean?
Nice. Anyways, fan answers, or no. Actually, more accurately, fan questions. Jordan, do you have any fans that have asked Seim a question?
No.
No?
Did anyone have any questions when you asked that on Facebook?
Because
I don't remember seeing any comments.
I did directly DM people, but now
Oh.
I'm going through the issues of having to find that again. But I did ask people in my Facebook DMs,
I think Nana probably said something.
and so
Oh, you asked that. Okay.
let me. I know. Oh yeah, I know Joshua Gibbs. He did not have an answer. Mason had a question for you.
Okay, I'm ready.
So let's go to Mason's page. Man, Mason and we talk too much, or I asked way too early in advance. It was ridiculous. Dun 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 dun. When did we talk about this? Wait a second. I'm gonna try to find that post. Jordan, say something funny.
The Taco Bell nacho fries are the single greatest thing to ever
Say
exist.
something long and funny.
The fitness gram pacer test is. That would be long enough.
April 3rd, I made that post. Nobody commented, but it helps me with when I asked people.
You're right.
So,
no one had questions for me.
No.
No one wants to know anything.
We'll do this way
Perfect.
better in 2 years when we get to episode 200. Okay. So. Oh, Dustin Dalton mentioned me in a comment. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I totally made that sound like I was ready. This is so boring. This is terrible. Did we just cut this part out?
No. Let's see. One time as a kid, I decided to steal a cup made of glass from my parents' room. So I was a little shit.
Really?
And I ran down the hallway and around the corner, and then I tripped and fell face first into this cup, shattering the cup and putting glass pieces into my face. And back in that day, they did not give children my age and size anesthetic. They just pulled glass out of your face.
I was trying to Google a copy pasta that I could play, and I failed.
And they hold you there so that you don't squirm all over the place.
Nice.
And then they stitch you up, also without anesthetic.
Nice.
I just remember my mom, like recalling the whole event and was like, yep, you laid there and screamed and screamed.
How
and
old
I was
were you?
like, 3.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I wonder what it could have been. I wonder why the screaming was. No anesthetic, pulling pieces of glass out of my face and then stitching me up with no anesthetic. 10 out of 10.
Okay. So Nana asks, if there were to be a movie made about you, what would it be called and what would it be about?
The Trials of a Sad Lad.
Really?
And it would be set up like a mindfuck movie, because every time I'd have a thought or an envision, it would just go into my brain and you'd see something that doesn't actually exist, and then it would come back to reality, so that every time you hate life more and more with this movie. It'll be a 5-hour long movie. You'll probably give it a 10 out of 100. And yeah.
Okay. Tasha Moon asks, would you ever run a 5K race for charity?
I mean, if it's for charity, I guess I'll kill myself.
All right.
I'd try.
I dedefinitely am not.
For about 5
I'm definitely
minutes.
not breaking any world records. I hope you understand that. And some of it I am probably going to walk. Because that is a long distance. And I am not a long distance runner. I can do short distance. Like if we're doing like a
Not yet, at least.
20-meter dash. I could probably do that all day long for charity.
All right. And then Mason asks, what is the meaning of life?
42.
There you go.
Okay. I think I've heard that answer before.
That's because that's the answer.
Yep. Jordan.
Yes.
So, do you have 3 questions for Seim?
Fire away.
What we're going to do is we're going to go back and forth until our 6 questions are done.
Oh,
Okay.
I was just going to give you a hard one right out the bat. Seim, do you remember how we met?
That That one is a hard
That
one.
is the loudest exhale of podcast history.
Didn't I come over and you were
Bro,
like playing
people touch those.
Minecraft on Charlie's computer?
No, we definitely met before that. I'm asking you.
Was it Boy Scouts?
I'm
Did
asking-
we meet in Boy Scouts?
There's a possibility, but you were in a different troop than I was.
Oh yeah, you went to Grimes while I
You
went
were
to
in
Dallas
Boy
Center.
Scouts?
No, I was in Dallas Center. You were in Grimes.
Mm-mm.
You were not Troop 116.
Wait, all three of us were in
Not
Boy
at the same
Scouts?
time as me.
I was there the same time. Luke, David, me, both Toncar
Wait,
twins.
no. Yeah, you're actually no.
Did
you
we
are.
meet in Boy Scouts? I think
No,
might have
we met before Boy Scouts. I remember this now because I now remember you being in the same troop as me because I remember it being weird because you lived in Grimes and you were in the Dallas Center troop, and I asked you numerous times like, why?
because all my friends were there.
True, but like I
And they
also
invited me to come, and I was like, "Cool."
I remember meeting in the basement of the Lutheran church one time, and you and Luke were talking about not appropriate things.
That's where we met. Was at church.
No. It was a Boy Scouts meeting in the basement of the church, but that's not where we met. That was just something where I just remember now about Boy Scouts. I know we met through Charlie. I know that much, and that's as much as I remember. But I know it was in the year of 2008. 2008 or 9. I'm pretty sure it's 2008.
Had to have been 2009 because 2008 is when I moved here, and I didn't meet Charlie. Well, it might have been the beginning of 2000 or the very tail end of 2008.
I think it was 2009 then, actually. No, because it was before.
Because I moved here in 2008, and I was.
It had to have been 2008.
And I started school in Des Moines. Like, I went to a place called Howe Elementary in Des Moines.
Because
It's just
I
this
moved.
giant brick building, and then we moved to Grimes, and I didn't meet Charlie till 5th grade, which would have been in
Would have been my 4th grade year.
end of August that year.
Because I met Charlie in my 3rd grade year when he was a 4th grader. Yep, I met you.
Yep, so it had to have been 2008 because me and Charlie became friends in 5th grade.
Shotgun.
I met you in your 5th grade year when I was in 4th grade. Yep, I remember that now. Yes. 'Cause I actually moved away. I moved to my dad's in May of 2009. But yes, it was 2008.
We've
Yeah.
known each other for a long, long time.
Yes. I'm just trying to remember more specific details.
Oh,
Like-
I swear to God, the first time that I met you, you were just sitting at the computer in Charlie's house.
Because I didn't start playing Minecraft until 2012.
Well, you could have not been playing Minecraft. You could have been playing something else.
That's a possibility, but I didn't really use their computer until then. But one of the earliest memories I have of you was when you and Charlie got kicked out of, I think, art class. And were told to sit in the hallway.
You want to know why that was?
Why is that?
We had created a brand new thing, and the joke continued when we got into middle school. We called it a butt head, and it was just a butt with arms and legs.
Nice. Well, this was in elementary school still,
Yep,
when you got kicked out of the art class.
it's because we were drawing the little figures.
Nice.
And the art teacher didn't like that, and we were
Nice.
also talking a lot. So
You freaking dumbasses.
yeah.
Good job.
All right, my jokes. From an audience perspective, it's probably going to be much more surface level, basic questions. But that is because in the early days of Too Many Words, we did a lot of topic episodes based on like our favorite things.
Yeah.
And so, Seim, you were not there for that era, at least as a host. And so, we're going to kick it off really simple. What is your 3 favorite movies?
My 3 favorite movies.
Favorite
Okay.
movies.
This one's pretty simple. There's a spider just descending from the ceiling.
Nice
Now it is
catch.
dead.
We would have had Jordan freaking out.
It is dead now. I have murdered it. Anyway. Sorry that caught my eye. Now I got caught off guard. So one of my favorite movies is the live-action TMNT movie. I'm pretty sure it's from the 90s. It's the one where they first introduce Casey, like in live-action form. And I love that movie. It is definitely
It's the second one.
Is it the second one?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's the second one, but he's played by Stephen Amell, aka the Green Arrow.
Yeah.
But yes, very good movie. One of my favorites. Another one of my favorites would be Toy Story, because I grew up.
Toy Story is
Toy Story.
goated movie.
Really good movie. And then another one of my favorite movies. This is like way further down the road. Chucky, the original Chucky.
Nice.
Because I just remember watching it with one of my friends, and he was hyping it up that it was going to be like scary. I wasn't going to be able to sleep at night, and then we watched it, and I was sitting there laughing at all the corny jokes and like all that stuff, and he was sitting there like terrified. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you? This is fucking hilarious. Like, and I just love that movie series ever since. There was like a couple duds in there, like Seed of Chucky.
Chucky's been notorious for that.
Yeah, Seed of Chucky was not the greatest Chucky movie, but it exists.
Nice.
So
All right, back to you, Jordan. What questions you got for Seim?
Are all of your questions like that? About they go back to our old episodes and stuff?
Yeah, I'm going to ask him about cars next.
Okay, that's why I asked. Well, Seim,
yes.
why didn't you move with your parents to Arizona? Right? Mm-hmm. Why didn't you move with your parents back to Arizona?
The reason why I didn't move with my parents to Arizona is because, one, I was in a committed relationship.
Yeah, but what's the real reason?
Because Miranda's family lived here and she didn't want to move away from her family. I don't care where I live. I'll move wherever. But Miranda did not want to leave here. So I honored her wishes and was like, sure, we'll stay here. Eventually we'll move somewhere. So we'll figure that out as this journey goes, because I made up my mind that I wanted to be with Miranda for the rest of my natural born life.
Okay, so how is she feeling with this new?
Her exact words were, "It's far," and I looked at her and I was like, "Yes," and she was like, "Well, it's far away from my family," and I looked at her and I was like, "My family lives in another state. I have to fly to go see my family.
Like, I don't have to, but
like a 3.5 hour flight. If I was to drive, it'd be 2 days of driving. I don't think 2 hours is going to kill you. Like, you are much closer to your family than I am to my family. I'm actually moving farther away from my family."
this is true.
But, I mean, we have been trying, looking, and this is the property that fits all of our bills. You know, everything that we want is there, and then the things that Miranda wants to do, we can do on this property. So it's kind of where we're at.
All right.
All right, now a much better question.
Oh, okay.
Nicer question. Question that doesn't get him thinking too hard. What's your dream vehicle?
You could have done a top 3.
Top 3 dream vehicles.
Top
Maybe
3
you
dream
can
vehicles?
even plan it out as in, like, if you had unlimited money, what is your fun car? What is your family car or miscellaneous car, and what is like your truck? What is your baby? You know.
Well, if I was to have if I was going to go with my top 3 dream cars,
Or they're all 3 fun cars. I don't care. It's whatever you want.
my number 1 is going to be a 1970s Dodge Charger
Okay.
with a Hemi V8.
A 70, really.
Yeah.
I love the body style of the 70.
69 is better.
It's a pick 'em for me. I really don't care.
And then
The 70 changed it a little bit. They were a little bit more round.
I still like the body style of the 70.
Yeah.
It's just overall immaculate to me. I fell in love with it.
We
ever
all love
since-
Fast and Furious. Hell yeah.
Well, for me, it was Burn Notice.
Okay.
Because that's what my parents watched a lot of, was Burn Notice. It's just a beautiful Charger. Anyway, another vehicle that is on that list would be, I believe it's a 1969 Stingray Corvette. Yes.
All right. 1969 Stingray. I like Stingrays, or at least I used to like Stingrays.
They've got a really nice body style that I like.
See, I never watched James Bond, but like a little kid had like a silver Hot Wheels Stingray, and I'm like, this should be a James Bond car.
His is Aston Martin's.
Yeah.
I know. I know now that. I clarified I was a child, sir.
Even as a child, I knew that.
Cool. I said I did not watch James Bond.
I didn't either.
Okay.
I still only seen one, and it's Skyfall.
So how'd you know that?
I wasn't stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Too Many Words podcast, where people don't know how to, educate people without putting them down. So,
Isaac's stupid! I'm just kidding. Isaac's not stupid.
Aston Martin
not
puts
all the
out
time,
pretty
at least.
darn good cars, though.
And they had a moment where they were not
And
great,
then
but
it'd be really cool to have like a 1950s Chevy Bel Air.
Yeah. Are you okay? Are you
no,
okay
I'm
over
not.
there?
I'm like really uncomfortable, actually.
Why?
I don't know why.
For me right now, it's my belt digging into the bottom of my stomach.
I'm all right.
I relate to that, but not right now.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
But that's okay.
Cool. Another question from you, Jordan. Last question from you.
Seim, if you could change the Too Many Words colors to any 3 colors, what would they be?
Any 3 colors?
Isaac's like, why is this man stupid? Why is he asking stupid questions? Not good questions. What do you want from me?
It's a great question.
I saw that little, this guy.
Red, gunmetal, and gold.
I don't hate
So
that at all.
barely any change at all.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah. Too many
All right.
words with a Golden Knights theme. I like
Bonus question. Real quick.
it. Okay.
If you could change anything about the night I showed you the lumber mill, the abandoned lumber mill, what would you change?
Bringing Armin.
Okay, I mean, yeah,
Definitely could have made a lot more memories, but no, I had to bring Armin, and guess what? That ruined everything.
Wonderful.
Yep.
Because we probably would have hung out there more. That probably wouldn't have bulldozed it.
Definitely a high
Burned
chance
it
that
down.
could have actually been like a permanent hangout spot for the friend group for a long time.
Yeah.
Yep, and then Armin went and ruined it.
Well, it was also illegal that you guys were there. So.
Well,
So
I
what?
mean,
It's Dallas Center.
yes and no. It's not like we were doing anything wrong. Like
It's small
super
town. No one really
wrong.
cares about stuff like
Breaking
that
and
very much.
entering.
Technically, we didn't break in. Technically, it's just
Burglarized.
trespassing.
We definitely burglarized.
I mean,
Above all else.
Fine, Armin did.
Above all else, loitering.
no, it's literally just trespassing, and that's if they trespassed us.
Hey, you know how they talk about in like those TV shows and movies and stuff. Kids always have that just run down, just weird hangout spot.
Yeah.
That could have been ours, but then Armin had to be dumb.
I look at spots at 24 and be like, that'd be a cool place to hang out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually surprised that we didn't just walk down to like a section of the creek somewhere.
Yeah. And question from me: how many tattoos you got? What's your favorite one? And what does it mean? Your favorite one?
Okay.
Well, I already know the answer to the last two part of that, or the action to the last two sections of that question.
4, 5,
It's the
I also
one
have a lot more
7,
questions.
right here.
8, 9. I have 10 tattoos in total.
Are you remembering the ones on your legs because you forget those ones a lot?
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Did you count the one on your back? Okay.
10. Yes, I have 10 tattoos in total. But some of them are much bigger than others. Like the one on my arm takes up the entirety of my upper arm.
Which you still need to get finished.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought you had a
Slowly but
second
surely.
thing scheduled, but you didn't.
No, I didn't get the other half of it scheduled, but like I started getting it finished, and then,
I know that. Like,
and then a whole bunch of things happened that I had to pay for, so it kind of went back to the back burner again.
okay.
So I mean, life's expensive. As much as I'd love to get all the tattoos that I want done, because like I want an entire leg sleeve.
Tattoos
I
are very
want
expensive.
2 full sleeves on my arms. I want to get the last Bible version of the other collarbone
You know,
like I wanted.
For as
Like-
long as we've been doing tattoos as a human race, you'd think they'd be cheap.
Well, you know, now you
knocked
pay,
over Shredder. Good job.
Cool. I defeated Shredder in one move. But like nowadays, you're not really paying for like the materials. You're paying for the art because they're artists.
Yeah.
Or like back in the day, it was just a thing that you did. Like certain cultures, like you got tattooed when you reached a certain age. Like hell, there's still tribes in Africa that it's not really tattooing, it's scarring, which is also becoming a thing now, like a more common thing, where instead of a tattoo, you're just getting a really cool looking scar, which, I mean, takes a lot more dedication than getting stabbed with a needle a lot, but to each their own, whatever you want to do. It is your body. Do whatever, I guess. Just don't maim yourself too bad, I guess. Now, my favorite tattoo out of all of the ones that I have, that one's a tough one.
Really?
Honestly, as a person who also has a lot of tattoos,
because each and every one of my tattoos, like,
Because like I've asked you this question before.
I started planning out my tattoos when I was 16. And, like, I didn't just rush out and start getting tattoos. I sat
I know.
there and I
Seim
thought
was
about
naked
it,
for most of the
and I thought
part I
about
knew
it,
him.
and I thought about it. And, like, if an idea just was no longer like, oh, yeah, I really still want that, then I threw it out. Because, I mean, I'm going to live with these for the rest of my life. So I wanted to think through each and every one of them. Like the one on my arm, it's a memorial piece. It means a lot to me. The people whose names that are on my arm meant a lot to me. The tattoo that's on my forearm, everyone in my family has it. So we all have the same matching tattoo. I've got 2 dedicated to my childhood pet. The one on my arm, which is his dog collar. And then I've got one on my shoulder that's his dog tag. I've also got the matching tattoo with James. It's our brother's tattoo. And then my chest piece, I thought out everything about it. Like the roses to represent my heart, daggers to represent betrayal. The quote around it, love all, trust a few, do harm to none, is a quote that I do live by.
And then the Bible verse is although I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall feel no evil, because God is the shepherd, his rod and staff, they comfort me. Like, that Bible verse, I live day to day by that. So, and then the one on my leg, Miranda actually did this one. It's the Deathly Hollow symbol, because I have had a crap ton of encounters with almost dying. So, and then, I've got the one that Miranda did on my calf, which is a fish hook, because I do like fishing. I mean, the ones that are on my leg are probably, like, at the bottom of that list. And then, like, tied for first would be, like, my chest piece and my memorial. And then, like,
You've told me it was the one on your arm, the collar.
I mean, Jack is and always will be.
You've always told
my
me that was
bestest
your
buddy.
most significant one to you. Because it meant the most.
Well, I mean, yeah, all of my tattoos mean a lot to me.
Yeah.
Because I sat there and I planned each and every one of them out. Like, when I finally get my whole sleeve on my arm, it'll literally have all the video games that, like, I played and enjoyed and comforted me as a kid all the way into being an adult. And then, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this arm, because, like, right now I've basically got a half sleeve. So I'd like to finish the rest of it out. But
Right here is where I wanted to put my Lancer. And now I got words.
And now you have a kitchen appliance.
Yeah, a sink.
Sink and my nickname.
The only problem with this, because I still like the aesthetic, is that people only see one at a time. And then they get really confused, or they think I'm a swimmer. And so, yeah.
I just really like sinks, man.
It's my favorite kitchen appliance.
Kitchen sinks are like my life, man.
Why
Like,
you got sink tattooed on your arm? Oh, because I'm drippy, baby. Okay?
because I got the drip, boy.
Yeah. I have accumulated a couple more questions from you from fancers, okay? I'm so sorry for how disorganized this has become.
Oh, that's okay.
But
I would not have it any other way.
at the very end, I do have 3 similar but very different questions as the meat and potatoes, and these will be 3 questions that will be asked upon each of us.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, there's going to be that constant amongst the 3 of us.
Sick.
Dean has a question for you, Seim. What is your favorite place to go for a 3rd date? You probably haven't been on a 3rd date in a very long time.
Wow.
But,
Very deep recesses of my mind. Holy crap.
but maybe you could take it as in, like, where would you tell someone to go for a 3rd date?
I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do depending on, like, how you already started. Like, a good 3rd date would be, like, you go see a movie. Like, a movie is always a good choice.
I'd say, yeah, a movie is a good 3rd date.
You know, and then, like, or if you like, maybe just a nice nature walk, depending on, like what type of, or the zoo. The zoo's always a good one.
Zoo's dope.
Because the zoo is fun. Okay, you don't want to
Zoo's
go on a
fun.
boring date. Okay,
Nope.
you want them to be excited to go out with you more often.
I'm
Yeah.
still trying to go on a first.
What you got to do is just
Don't take them
ask
to the
them
movies the first date.
to go to, like, coffee or, like,
I feel like coffee's
Dinner.
a great first date.
yeah, that's exactly what I just said.
Oh, I thought you said don't do that. Okay.
No,
No,
do that.
I think I combined
like, hey-
the things you two were saying.
You should be like, hey, you want to go grab a coffee sometime?
See, what you don't want to do for a first date or even a 2nd date, but good as a 3rd date,
Don't take them to a sex motel on the first date.
is the movies.
Oh, yeah, don't do that. That makes them uncomfortable.
Because they don't know who you are, and maybe
It's dark.
Maybe you've gotten to know them as a friend, but the first date is the first initiation of maybe this person I can like more intimately. I've gone on 2 movie dates as first dates. 2 different women, 2 different occasions. I was 2 different ages. And they both ended with them not really talking to me anymore because all we did was just sit next to each other and basically watch TV.
Well,
First dates are really set up. You need to set it up. The reason
so
there's
that
a
you
reason
can
why,
talk to each other.
Yeah, there's the reason why
you're getting to know
first
one another.
dates is dinner or coffee or something like that. You know, nothing's distracting you from each other. There's no third parties. You know, yeah.
I mean, like
one-on-one.
if you really want like an extravagant first date, like you can do like your local fair. That might work as a first date.
Hot air balloon.
No, because then they can't leave whenever they want. You
That's the
gotta
point.
keep
That's
keep
the
in
point.
mind that you gotta come up with a first date option that like if they're not into you, they can leave whenever they want. So like
Yeah.
dinner, coffee, the fair. You can ask them if they want to. What's another good one for a first date? I know we were talking about third dates, but I don't know.
See, I've heard that you take her on a hot air balloon when you want to propose, and you ask at the beginning of the ride.
So she has to say yes.
She has to say yes, or she's getting pushed out.
You
Obviously,
marry
don't
me?
do that.
No. Push. She fell.
Bye.
or just lift her up into the fire.
Those things are really high up there, so I don't know.
True. Yeah. All right, and so we have my mom asks mean questions.
Mm-hmm.
When are you going to start a family, son?
That's not mean.
Whenever it happens, like, I mean, at this point, we have no clue if Miranda can get pregnant. So,
This is
I
a
mean-
comment we've had before, kinda. Like, it's not like you guys are.
we're not actively avoiding, but we're not actively trying, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. That's a better way to put that. But, like,
He ain't wearing condoms.
thank you for summarizing it for me, Jordan.
Anybody who listens to the podcast knows where babies come from, Jordan.
But yeah, I mean, like, we just haven't really gotten to that point where, like, yep, baby making time. Just time to pop out all the babies.
Hey, Jordan.
Hmm.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
All right, I did not offend you.
No.
Okay, good. I love you.
I remember what you said. I'll be
It's
honest
okay.
with you.
It's okay. I said that you were a bad person. Anyways, I think that might be all the questions that are specifically for... Oh, no. Last one for you from the fans. Katie James asks, how would your 12-year-old self react to what you do now?
Oh, my 12-year-old self?
Yeah.
Well, 12-year-old me had great aspirations. Like,
I knew you when you were
don't
12.
we all?
I think.
Or didn't we all?
well, let's go through all the things that younger me wanted to do and either ultimately failed at or it changed over time. So, young me tried to have a YouTube channel and be a YouTuber.
I remember that.
That
mean-
did not go over swimmingly, but now I'm on a
Hey,
podcast.
you got all your friends to watch your videos, and that's pretty cool. Like,
I'm
watched
surprised
them.
you guys watched them because
Charlie
I went
watched
back
them.
and watched one and I was like, holy crap, this is hard on the eyes. No wonder my channel didn't blow up. 'Cause
Your biggest hater is you.
I was recording an old tube TV in the dark with an iPad. So the image quality was garbage. The sound quality was garbage.
Don't forget, this
And
was
my-
also in 2009. So, like, yes,
and
quality
my-
is not great.
And my commentary, terrible. I sat there and was like, no wonder no one fucking watched me. I was terrible.
So if he saw that you were being a paper mill
A better,
guy,
a better version of him, yes.
yeah,
And then, you know, when I mean, I wouldn't say much younger. I mean, back when I graduated high school, I wanted to be a petroleum engineer. And then younger me was like, well, that's a lot of school. Fuck that. That's 8 years of school.
well,
I had just graduated one school. Why would I want to go back? So, and then I switched gears, and then I wanted to, have a job in law enforcement, and here I am.
Wonderful.
Not
at a
working
paper
in
mill.
law enforcement.
Yeah.
Working a paper mill.
Working
a
a paper
beautiful,
mill.
beautiful paper mill
Paper
that makes
mill.
beautiful paper.
I wanted to make a joke and say where you worked at. Hey, Seim, where do you work right now?
A beautiful paper mill.
Beautiful paper mill. All right, now we are into the questions that we will all be asked at the end of the episodes. The 3 questions, they are all similar, but they are all very different. The first question is, what is your current goal right now? Something that you are trying to work on in the year 2024.
In the year
Not
2024.
like a New Year's resolution or something, but maybe it doesn't even need to be done by 2024. But what is something that you're actively working on in this present day as a goal?
To thin out how much stuff I have.
All right,
Because I apparently hoard a lot of stuff, so I have to thin down on that, which is going to be interesting.
cool. What is a career goal of yours?
My career goal, like for 2024,
Nope.
just,
This
like,
is
in
the next
general?
question. So overall, your end career goal.
my end career goal is to become detective at a law enforcement agency, and then after that retire, because
All right.
I'll be old,
All right.
ready.
And then ultimately, what is your life goal? What is a life goal?
That after I retire, that I don't have to work as hard anymore, because I've been working hard like my entire life. Like I'm not sure if a whole bunch of people know this or not, but from the time I graduated high school until the year 2021, I was working 2 jobs consistently. There was a point in time where I was working anywhere from 75 to 100 hours a week. And I was busting my butt just to pay rent and to buy groceries and to pay off, certain debts that I had accumulated while, moving into the apartment and doing all this stuff. And, in 2021, I was finally able to work one job again. And it was really weird for me because I had never had like that much free time. And then all of a sudden I had all this free time, and I found out I was a very boring individual. And so I had to pick up hobbies.
Nice. Love that for you. I hope that you don't have to work so hard when you're old either.
Yeah. At that point, I don't think I'll be able to keep working that hard.
Having a dream home like you have, surely it'll just be nice to make sure the chickens are okay and whatever else that you plan on having at your home, and just do that. Be nice.
I'm going to live a nice, quiet life.
The idea of being self-sufficient through animals and gardening is just amazing to me, and so I wish that upon you.
We're planning on eventually putting a greenhouse up so that we can have vegetables year-round. I'm going to plant fruit trees.
Nice.
So that we don't have to pay an arm and a leg for all that stuff anymore.
Nice. Yeah.
Because just groceries in general are expensive. So
Yeah.
if we can cut the cost down on that, that leaves us with more money.
Hell yeah.
So might as well rely on ourselves, figure that out,
Yeah.
so that anything happens, we're prepared for it. So
Cool. And that has been Andrew Seim's episode 97 host highlight episode. And so, usually at the end, we dedicate the episode. We're going to automatically dedicate the episode to Seim, and then Seim dedicates it to whatever the heck he pleases. Seim, who or what do you dedicate
I was
this
thinking
podcast
the
episode out to?
opposite, actually.
Oh, really? What were you thinking?
Like, Seim dedicates it to himself, and then we dedicate it to someone else, like typical.
That sounds very self-centered.
That's the whole point of the episode.
I mean, it is an episode for Seim, so I'm going to dedicate it to Seim.
I already have something, so I can't do that.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
You know, we're recording another episode after this.
No, like
I
it's-
dedicate this episode to Jordan Van Cleve. You thought it was going to be
Do
me,
your thing.
huh?
Do your thing.
This episode goes out to Tarek.
All right. Wow.
Yeah, because he asked me to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For an episode that comes out in
For
June
this
29th?
episode. Well, he wanted me to do it for my episode, but I didn't. I was going to dedicate my episode to me because that's like, like I said, the whole point.
You just ruined your entire own thing. I love it.
Yeah. Actually, you did, but,
I did.
yeah.
It sounded like we were on the same wavelength having you do it on your episode. And then you're like, no, I want to do this.
Okay.
I will say, both ideas, completely arbitrary. But one of
Yes.
them was for your idea. And then you just, I want to do my idea. But I also want to screw up what I just was planning on doing.
What are you talking about?
Doing it on your own episode.
I didn't plan to do that.
You didn't plan to shout out Tarek on your episode?
No, I planned for Seim's episode. That's what I was saying.
But isn't that what you just said? That you were going to do it on your episode?
No.
Simon.
I'm just as confused as you are.
What I was saying was Tarek asked me to shout him out. He initially wanted me to do it on my episode, but I told him no because I'm going to dedicate my episode to me. Because that, like I said, is the whole point.
All right. All right.
That's exactly
I was
word
thinking
for
like-
word what I just said.
I was thinking like as friends, we would just continue to dedicate our host that's highlighted. But, we're just going to make Seim and then you and then me seem full of ourselves and be like, I dedicate this podcast out to me.
You're super self-conscious about being full of yourself.
Because
you are
I have people like you that call
constantly
me
full of yourself.
a narcissist and full of myself.
I don't call you a
And-
narcissist outside of jokes, okay,
Uh,
mother fricker?
Whenever I say something that is podcast related and Jordan doesn't like it one bit, he thinks I'm on some sort of pedestal, and then that's just what happens. I hear these things that I'm a narcissist and full of myself, but
I've
it's
never-
okay.
I have never once said you are a narcissist outside of it being a joke.
All right. I love you, Jordan.
Well, it doesn't seem like it.
So you think this is like
You know
You're-
what,
you're
motherfucker?
doing-
This episode is about me.
You're doing that Isaac thing where you're like, all right. Shut the fuck up.
I love you, Jordan.
Shut the fuck up.
My love for you is unconditional. In case you didn't know.
Okay. If you say so.
Are you going to love me back?
No.
All right. Well, that's on your reputation. Anyways, 1, 2, 3, amen.
Amen on 3.
1, 2, 3.
Amen.
Why?
I'm gonna have to take this belt off for the next one. Oh my